This video covers introduction of demand and supply, which discuss supply properties of supply, law of supply, graphical representation of supply, the determinants of supply, shift in supply curve, movement along the supply curve, demand properties of demand, law of demand, graphical representation of demand, the determinants of demand, shift in demand curve, movement along the demand curve. The concept of supply and demand allows us to understand how the world works. How changes in economic conditions affect prices and production. How government policies and programs affect prices, producers, and consumers. The supply of a good represents the behavior of firms or producers. Supply refers to how much of a good will be produced at a given price. There is a positive relationship between the price of a good and the quantity supplied, ceteris paribus. Upward sloping. If price increases, quantity supplied increases, too. QS equals F, P, and 3. Ceteris paribus, Latin for holding all else constant, as there are many factors that affect supply of a commodity. The supply curve is a graphic representation of the correlation between the cost of a good or service and the quantity supplied for a given period. In a typical illustration, the price will appear on the left-hand vertical axis, while the quantity supplied will appear on the horizontal axis. On most supply curves, as the price of a good increases, the quantity of goods supplied also increases. On most supply curves, as a good's price rises, the quantity of goods supplied also increases. There are numerous determinants of supply, so we will focus on 5 important ones. The most important supply determinant, or driver, is price, P. Other determinants include input prices, Pi, the prices of related goods, PR, technology, T, and government taxes and subsidies, G. QS equals F, P, Pi, PR, T, G. When factors other than price and quantity change, there is a shift in the curve. As production technology improves, the quantity produced rises, and the curve shifts to the right. As production technology deteriorates, the quantity produced decreases, and the curve shifts to the left. When factors like price and quantity change, there is movement along the curve. There is an upward movement when the price of a commodity rises. When the price of a commodity decreases, there is downward movement. The demand of a good represents the behavior of households or consumers. Demand refers to how much of a good will be purchased at a given price. Demand equals the relationship between the price of a good and quantity demanded, ceteris paribus. 1. Downward sloping. If price increases, quantity demanded decreases, 2. QD equals F, P, and 3. Ceteris paribus, Latin for holding all else constant. There is an inverse relationship between the price of a good and the quantity supplied, ceteris paribus. The demand curve is a graphic representation of the correlation between the price of a good or service and the quantity demanded for a given period. In a typical illustration, the price will appear on the left-hand vertical axis, while the quantity supplied will appear on the horizontal axis. There are numerous demand shifters, or determinants of demand. 6 of the most important determinants. The good's own price, P, is the most important determinant. Demand is also influenced by the price of related goods, PR, futures prices, PF, income, I, tastes and preferences, T, and government programs and policies, G. QD equals F, P, PR, PF, I, T, G. When factors other than price and quantity change, there is a shift in the curve, such as changes in tastes, population, income, prices of substitute or complement goods, and expectations about future conditions and prices. When factors like price and quantity change, there is movement along the curve. When price increases, quantity decreases. When the price of a commodity decreases, then quantity increases. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.